EdTech showcase for Mr. Montrel Cox, who already has shared his screen. You better be ready. I like that. I'm sure the committee loves that as well. For those of you that are joining, let me go ahead and check the participants list. If you are joining and you are not a member of my dynamic EdTech team, I'm Dr. Nicola Rigi. I didn't do this on Tuesday, so my colleagues apologizing in advance. We have also, as part of our EdTech team, Dr. Retta Guy. She's no longer a newbie. You're a pro now. This is your second showcase. You got this. We have Dr. Shomei Lin.
Hi, everybody.
And also from our sister institution straight down the street from Trevecca Nazarene University, Dr. Lamitrius Daniels.
Morning.
All of these individuals, Mr. Cox, in some way, shape, or form have poured into this program to allow you to talk about your EdTech interests and how it has helped to enrich your interest in micro learning. Please know that they have had the opportunity, as you know, to review your portfolio. They have the scoring rubric, which we have reviewed. And at this time, sir, you have exactly 30 fabulous minutes to wow us with your topic. And at that point, we will release any visitors that are here so that we can move into our question and answers and just bother you and pick your brain more on what you have shared with us at this time.
Dr. Reagan Show CA is here, just so you know.
I called you. I did my shout out.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay. I missed it. I'm so sorry. I'm here. Okay, let me
Listen here. Listen, I'm not gonna put your business down the street, but I hope you are having fun in Hawaii. You better keep that camera off and stop making us try to make us just be that grandmama that you are. Yeah, now
okay.
So now that we know that one of our colleagues is in Hawaii and I will be departing for Thailand, this is your time, sir, to have your moment. So I'm going to go on mute and turn it over. Any questions before I do so?
No, you're fine.
All right. Well, the floor is yours.
All right. So as you all know, my name is Montrel Cox, and it is truly an honor to stand before you all as a future graduate of the Masters of Education program with a focus on educational technology. Now, the last 2 years have been transformational for me, both personally and professionally. I began my journey in restorative practice, transitioned into real estate, and today I work as an IT administrator for Stars Nashville. In less than a year, I was able to pivot across 3 completely different industries while earning my master's degree, and I did it all by applying one key principle, and that was microlearning. That's why my research interest is titled Evaluating the Impact of Microlearning. This topic is deeply personal to me as someone who's balanced work, family, and education. I know how difficult it can be to learn new skills in a world that's never slows down. Microlearning gave me the flexibility to learn in small, powerful bursts, transforming from approach to both leadership and lifelong learning. And I believe it can do the same for others. Now, before I go any further, the AI Me would like to give you all a brief introduction of my topic. So, not working. So I'm sure you all have viewed my portfolio. So that play button is not, oh, here we are, I think. Okay, well, I'm gonna move forward. So exactly what is microlearning? According to Theo Hoog 2005, Microlearning is an instructional approach that delivers content in short, focused segments designed to meet specific learning outcomes. Think of it as learning in a manageable pieces. Information delivered in small doses that are easy to absorb, apply, and remember. Instead of long hours, workshops, or lectures, microlearning breaks learning down into short lessons, videos, infographics, podcasts, and interactive modules. This approach isn't about making learning smaller, it's about making it smarter. Research shows that learners retain more information when it's presented in small chunks and when they can control when and how they engage with it. It fits naturally into busy lives and allows learning to happen anywhere and anyhow, whether that's on a break or during a commute or at the end of a long day. That's exactly how I learned to transition across careers, one skill, one micro lesson, and one day at a time. Now, why does this matter? Especially in today's world. It matters because traditional education often demands long hours, full attention, and perfect timing, things most adults simply don't have. We live in a world that's fast-paced, digital, and filled with distractions. Microlearning cuts through that noise. It gives learners control over their time, allowing education to meet them where they are, rather than demanding they drop everything to meet it. This approach directly supports the core principles of andrology or adult learning theory, introduced by Michael Knowles. Adult learners learn best when they are self-directed, the content is immediately relevant, and the learning has a clear, real-world application. Microlearning aligns perfectly with these principles. It represents the adult learner's time, experience, and independence, all while delivering meaningful results. It's also supported by self-determination theory, which highlights that learners are most motivated when they feel autonomy, competence, and connection. Microlearning nurtures all three, giving learners choice, visible progress, and opportunities to engage meaningfully with content. In short, microlearning means meets the demands of the modern world and the need of modern learners. Now, here's a quick story. I recently transitioned to a role as an IT administrator, moving on from my previous position as a restorative practice assistant just over about a month ago, actually. Now, to enhance my qualifications, I focused on improving my resume through micro-credentials, shout out to Dr. Origi, and utilized various micro-learning platforms to develop essential basic computer skills. Now, while my graduate program in educational technology certainly bolstered my credentials, it was the targeted micro-learning resources that allowed me to prepare effectively for this new opportunity in such a short time. Now, let's talk about some of the tools that bring micro-learning to life. A few of the most impactful tools in my case was Nearpod. Now, Nearpod is an interactive classroom tool that allows teachers to create, engage in lessons, presentations, and assessments through that students can participate in using their own devices like laptops, tablets, or phones. You also have the Ed app. The Ed app is a free micro-learning platform that makes lessons accessible and interactive. One of my favorites was Kahoot. I use Kahoot even during restorative. Now, Kahoot, which brings energy and engagement through fun, competitive quizzes, and activities. Now, there are hundreds, maybe thousands of micro-learning platforms for each individual and to advance their knowledge however they like. The tools themselves aren't the magic. It's how we use them that matters. Now, when educators or organizations choose tools that are accessible, easy to navigate, and align with learning goals, they embody the ISTE educator standards, particularly the role of the designer and leader. In my own work as an IT administrator, I've seen how integrating these principles can create massive changes, helping teams learn faster, stay motivated, and apply knowledge immediately. Now, when I talk about what it means for me and for my professional mission, I see myself as a bridge, someone who connects people, technology, and purpose. As an educational technology advocate, I am committed to promoting equity and access by supporting affordable, easy to use learning tools, training educators also on how to use microlearning for professional growth, and designing scalable, meaningful learning solutions for adult and community educators. These goals align with the AECT standards in the areas of curriculum, leadership, and innovation, and the ISTE standards for educators as collaborators, leaders, and designers. Through every role I've held, from restorative practice, from restorative practice to IT administrator, I've seen how powerful technology can be when it's used to empower, not just instruct. Microlearning represents that philosophy perfectly. It's not about replacing traditional learning. It's about reimagining in the real world and that we live in now. Let me see. I want to get these videos going, but I'm gonna keep moving. My first month as an IT administrator, I implemented simple micro-learning videos to train staff on essential computer skills such as software updates, password resets, and virus protection. These short step-by-step tutorials empower employees to troubleshoot common issues independently, which cut my workload in half and allow me to focus on larger IT priorities. Now, some of those videos that I provided to the staff, they are listed right here. I can scroll down. Let me figure this out because I'm not. Okay, it's not. I don't know why it's not letting me do anything now. But they are listed on the ePortfolio. Now, let's dive into what research tells us. Multiple studies have found that microlearning can improve knowledge retention by 17 to 22% compared to traditional learning methods. It increases engagement and helps learners stay focused and motivated over time. A study published in the Journal of Applied Research in Higher Education found that microlearning not only improves retention, but also boosts confidence and motivation in learners across industries. We've seen this approach succeed globally, from corporate environments to online platforms like Duolingo, where millions of users engage with short, gamified lessons daily. People stay consistent because the process feels doable. That's the beauty of microlearning. It builds momentum. One small win leads to another, and before you know it, those micro moments add up to real transformation. Now, of course, every innovation comes with its challenges. Microlearning isn't a perfect system. It faces issues. For one, the digital divide. Another would be inconsistent device access and the risk of shallow learning when lessons lack depth and reflection. And the major one that no one is talking about is just distraction of being on the device with multiple apps to distract you. But these challenges aren't roadblocks. They're opportunities for better design. To overcome them, we can provide offline learning options for those with constant internet access, design lessons that meet accessibility standards for all learners, and integrate reflection and application, such as discussion boards or journaling to deepen understanding. By addressing these areas, we transform microlearning from a convenience into a truly inclusive and equitable approach to education. My future goals looking ahead, I see my research and experience as a foundation for something even greater. My next step is to design scalable, micro-learning based modules for workforce and career development, higher education, community learning programs, and whatever else comes to my way. Ultimately, my long-term goal is to build a consulting business that helps schools, organizations, and businesses create innovative micro-learning driven curriculums that empower learners of all backgrounds. My mission is simple: to make lifelong learning accessible, motivating, and sustainable for everyone, regardless of age, background, or circumstances. That's the impact I want to make, and that's the legacy I want to leave. As I reflect on my time in this master's program, I see how much I've grown. When I started, I saw technology as a tool. Now I see it as a vehicle for transformation. Microlearning has not only changed how I teach, it has also changed how I think, how I lead, and how I learn. I've learned that leadership isn't about titles, it's about impact. It's about using your skills and voice to open doors for others, especially for those who might not believe they can succeed in a learning environment. Through this program, I've become not just an educator or an IT professional, but an educational technology advocate, someone dedicated to making learning equitable, efficient, and empowering. Now, as I come to a close, I want to bring this full circle. When I first began this program, I had no idea how far this journey would take me, but I've learned that growth doesn't happen overnight. It happens one small step at a time. And that's the essence of microlearning. It teaches us that every single lesson matters. Every moment of learning adds up, and every bit of progress counts. So, to every educator, professional, or lifelong learner listening, remember this: you don't need to learn everything today. You just need to start learning something today. If you commit to growing through small, consistent moments of learning, you can transform not just your career, but your entire life, just as I did. And thank you all for your time, for your support, and allowing me to share my journey. I now want to welcome any questions and possibly show you all my videos.
Well, what we do know in this ed tech space is that, sometimes the technology works for us and sometimes it works against us. But I will say that I definitely commend you for allowing it to just not be your hindrance at this particular point. So good job there. As soon as I figure out how to kick out my recording, we will start your Q&A session. So I'm going to remove that one. Let's see. Remove, and I have one more to remove. All right. Perfect. Don't report. Okay. So committee, you know that this is